nowadays many people get divorced. You know the reason? Because it's a consumeristic society, a use and throw society. You know, instead of if your cell phone is spoiled, you don't give it for repairing. You buy a new one and throw the old one. And people think this can also work for relationships.
Yeah.
You know, instead of repairing it.
Yeah.
사장이 기빠라 임바 이나와 니마도라 직 사장이 빠라라 까니도데 중바 이나 관조 계제도 지셰직 칼라고레 파주 겹고 지치니 냠도 대 탑시간 것도 와. 다 tin상기 사장 빠라라 대단 주는 칼라고 잘라도 직바 tin상기 잘라 가봐도 지나 가바님과 차나 가바님과 유사원 요거라. 당한 좀 니기 삼발레 사장이 빠라라 지기 욕도 주나 원디 요 야사발레야 힌디기 삼도 스탄도 와야 원디레. So this is like a big cry. This is a crucial crisis.
Yeah.
Really big crisis. So Vincent, what do you want to say about the independence of Tibet? Introduce it.
We should all keep boycotting China, not supporting China by not buying stuff from them because almost everything is made in China. Also spread awareness. Because a lot of people don't know about Tibet, and I can tell that from my friends group. Most of the people, when they ask me where you're from and I say Tibet, they do not have a clue where Tibet is, and they do not have a clue what's going on there and how people are being suppressed. So spreading awareness and boycotting China.
Ja. Ich habe einige deutsche Zuschauerinnen aus Deutschland. Kannst du was sagen?
Sind jetzt gerade deutsche Zuschauer da?
Na, die sind noch nicht da, aber die werden schauen.
Ach so, okay. Ja, für alle, die Deutsch sprechen, ihr könnt Tibet unterstützen, indem ihr keine chinesischen Sachen kauft. Fast alles ist made in China mittlerweile. Wenn wir das mal machen, wenn das eine gewisse Anzahl von Menschen macht, dann hat das schon mal einen Impact. Und zweitens auch Leute aufklären über die Situation in Tibet. Weil sehr viele Leute wissen nicht davon und ihnen ist nicht bewusst, was gerade in Tibet passiert.
Ja. Und was ist wichtig über die Komplettfreiheit, statt ein Teil von China zu sein?
Wie meinst du, das ist wichtig?
Yeah, the independence of Tibet is more important than just fighting for human rights and this and that.
For me personally, I do not want to be a part of China and get the same rights there. I want Tibet to be independent. Du auch, oder?
Yeah. Me too, and many people.
And why should we like give our part to China? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Jetzt kannst du jetzt
Why? Because Tibetans under China will never get their rights because the Chinese Sikh virus government, they cannot provide their own citizens with what they have promised.
Their own citizens are suffering. Their own citizens. Why would we be treated good there? Doesn't make sense too, right?
Yeah. And we have learned from history that the Chinese government, that it can never be trusted.
Ja, das wollte ich auch gerade sagen. War es nicht so, dass Tibet eigentlich versprochen wurde, dass sie eine autonome Dings werden?
Ja, but
wie sagt man das?
Yeah, that Tibet is an autonomous region under China, but people are still suffering. So what's the use of being under China?
Yeah, and I wouldn't trust any promise of China, never.
Yeah,
this is all lies.
Yeah. What about Hong Kong?
Well, Hong Kong, the people there are also suffering, but I'm sure they know that more.
Yeah, just your opinion. Yeah.
Well, I hope for Hong Kong that they will be free just as Tibet and also the Uyghurs.
Yeah.
And who else is suppressed? That really makes sense. Just look at Hong Kong, what happens there.
Yeah. Look. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Ramjamla. Kesala. Yeah, the thing about Hong Kong is like we have to really draw inspiration from the citizens of Hong Kong, how they are struggling for their rights, and that they are willing to do anything to regain to get their rights, you know, and they never want to be a part of China. So we know about the Uyghurs, that's East Turkestan. We know about Taiwan, which might be taken with force by China sooner or later. Just watch the news. Unless or until US and other allied countries really interfere in a positive way and support Taiwan. So if you look at Taiwan, if you look at Hong Kong, East Turkestan, just by looking at these other three countries, I don't see any hope for Tibet to get something better to get from under the Chinese regime. So I think we should never really hope and pray and hope that Tibet will once be free, something like this, because nothing comes by not doing anything, you know. For every little thing which you want to have, you need to struggle for it. You need to put in effort, because just by begging, in a begging bowl, you wouldn't get it granted.
And the big question is, did China ever give us a reason to trust them?
Absolutely.
Never. So why should we accept that we are a part of them and just be like satisfied by that? Because I'm sure we're going to be disappointed if that happens.
Yeah. So I mean, originally you're very young. You have young Tibetan blood in you, and do you have a message for the younger generation of Tibetans across the globe?
Well, I hope every young Tibetan has the same spirit and wants to fight for a free Tibet, and not just accept the fact that we're going to stay a part of China. And especially now that there's so many young people, spread the news. Also, every young person has got like a friends group of 30, 40 people, or they know 40 people, up to 40 people. Just by telling stuff like that and them telling it to other people, it makes other people aware of it. And the more people know of it, the more people can support it. Good young is Samyamo.
Freedom. Thank you, Puputojila. Just like young lady.
Young lady.
One day, last before we quit this live video, I have a request for all the Tibetans, especially the ones living in India, to push the government to work for a free Tibet instead of just having fights, and that the Tibetan citizens living in India, that they concentrate more on fighting for our nation rather than causing unnecessary conflict in the communities. Because I see that nowadays, and it makes me also sick, you know, to the core. Yeah. Someone told us we should come out of the filter. This filter is with a purpose. Okay? So everyone, Tashitale, Ani, Gone, Gyokucheve, Revayu. Kisana has written something.
Even how big and powerful Chinese, the whole world lost trust. Even Tibet is small, but we have a reputation.
Yeah, what do you want to say?
50s.
Yeah, if China might be big, but no one trusts China. Yeah, absolutely. We like now is the time. Strike when the iron is hot, lash. Now is the time. Like from the end of 2019 until now, we've got lots of opportunities. So Tibetan Youth Congress, Students for Free Tibet, many individuals and many communities spread across the globe, they have been organizing campaigns, protest march, peace march, cycle rally. They have been doing many kinds of stuffs to draw the attention of the world on our issue, because right now it's the time. If you look at American news, Mike Pompeo was attacking China. I'm just not talking about the past. Right now, hot news, yeah. And Perry Scott has passed a new regulation in the parliament talking about the independence of Tibet, and he is requesting the Biden government to respect this regulation, this new legislative plan, and fight against China. So it's not just the US, it's India. India hates China. Not just India, there are like tons of countries who don't trust China, who hates China to the core, who have been manipulated and exploited by China. Africa, for example, how China, through their loan plans, that they try to take grab land from other countries. So the key point is that we need unity. Unity is so very important.
Yes.
We need unity among our own people
and among the other minorities.
Yes.
Then we're like a lot of people.
Yeah.
And there are already a few things that changed, like iPhone doesn't.
It's not produced in China anymore.
Yeah, it's not produced in. It's produced in India, in Chennai, right?
Yeah, in Chennai.
They changed the spot, so they're actually doing something. There's progress.
Yes, and something which I read yesterday, I've even posted about this on my timeline. US is slowly but surely, slow and steady, they are isolating China. The US government has refused student visa for 500 students from China. Kenzo case waya kanagi luptu ngapkala visa timindo US shungi ari shungi tarangi thone ngune khora yapurwa ngondi ki thone rwa nganchu ki thonanji twa ngondi nganju ki zambling khawala nganju ki khane kyapkyo rasa de khasuke nganju le kyapkyo chi thosare suna nuga to tinju ki neji la tanarwa nganju simsho phar koede nganju changlo Hindel chini nyamrup chini unity. If we stand in unity, yeah, with the people, with the governments who are willing to support Tibet, yeah, to gain its independence, we are not anymore the minority, we are the majority then. Case wa, minority marta thande thujitala. If we all join our hands together and fight against China, then the Chinese people are the minority and we are the majority. Won't you shame ba? 야, 계산라. 아니 정말로 다시 되려다. 공부 쉬기. Ich weiß nicht, warum ich so müde bin vom Reden. Ich merke das in meinem Körper, weißt du.